Hey guys, Aziz here from NetPlay Marketing, and in this video I want to talk to you guys about making money online in 2018, starting from scratch. So if I was rebuilding my business, starting again from ground zero, right, I want to basically give you guys a blueprint of how I would go about actually building up a business. Now, for me, my favorite way of making money online, and I think it's probably the best way for anybody who's even just getting started, is affiliate marketing. So this is really going to be geared towards somebody who wants to build up an affiliate marketing business, basically from ground level zero and building it up to a full-time income. Now, before we kind of jump into my computer where I want to actually kind of break some stuff down for you and draw things out, right, I want to give you guys kind of a bird's eye view of how this whole thing kind of works. So the first thing that you want to do is you actually want to pick a topic, a niche, or an area that you actually want to focus in. So this would be something that you're either passionate about, something that you probably maybe like a hobby or something for you, and then you want to do some research to see whether this topic or this area will actually be worth you spending your time in, right, and be able to make money. Now the thing is that most hobbies will actually be a pretty good niche to get involved with, and I'll actually make a future video about how you can go about doing some customer research or some industry research to see whether a specific niche is worth you going ahead and actually building a business around. But that would be kind of step one. I want to pick, figure out, what area I want to get into. So picking a niche would be number one. The next thing that I would actually go about doing then, guys, is building a website right around it where I can go ahead and maybe blog and put articles on there, and in regards to my a specific topic or niche that I decided to actually get involved with, right? Then from there, I basically just continuously be adding content, growing up that audience, right? And then from there, basically suggesting affiliate products, through that content. Okay, so let me actually jump into the computer so you guys can follow along with me a little bit better, so you guys can see how this whole thing kind of pieces itself together and how you can make a full-time income by doing this from scratch. All right, guys. So now what we want to do is I kind of want to draw out for you, how this whole process really works, how this whole thing is going to look like, right, and how you can actually start making some money online in 2018 using affiliate marketing, and even if you're starting from scratch. Okay, so we talked about step number one just a few seconds ago, right? And we're talking about the first thing is we're going to do some research, right? So we're going to go over here and we're going to just call this little box over here the research box. Okay, so we're going to do some research. We're going to figure out whether we want to do business right in a specific niche and whether there's enough traffic and interested to kind of do it, right? So let's say we did this and we're a-okay with this. Okay, so we can check off our research section, right? And in this case, let's say we decided to get into the make money online niche, okay? Because that's the niche that I'm familiar with, because that's what I work in most of the time. So I'm going to say make money online. Okay, so once you've done your research and you decided what niche you're going to get involved with, guys, then the next thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and start building content. Okay, so the way you're going to build content, guys, we talked about a few seconds ago, was basically by building up a website. Okay, so this is the next step. So we're going to build up our website. So we can say it's going to be a blog. Okay, we have a blog here, right? And so what we can do is we can also start building up a YouTube channel. Okay, because the YouTube channel is a great way to build up an audience. Okay, so let's say there's a video on your blog, but this is basically two things here. Okay, so your blog and a YouTube channel, right? And any of your other social media, maybe if you have like Facebook, let's say over here. Okay, let's say this is Facebook. Okay, so you have Facebook over here, right? Any other social media that you might have, right? Basically, the goal here really, guys, is to start building up your audience. Okay, you're building up an audience and you're doing so by creating content, right? Because if you create, the more content you create, the more stuff you put out there, people are going to start following you and they're going to start seeing you as an authority, especially if you keep consistent with this. Like I said, for the first 30 days, you want to create a blog post or a video for the first 30 days, okay? And then from there, if you try to keep consistent and do things maybe 2 to 3 times a week, if you can keep it up by doing this thing every single day, guys, that'd be even better, right? But that this is like the very bare minimum. And the reason why I'm saying this, guys, is not because I just want you guys to create a bunch of content, but the reason why I'm saying that you guys want to do this is because when you're just starting a brand from scratch, right, YouTube and Google or any other platform doesn't trust you yet. Okay, they don't know that you're serious. They don't know what you're trying to do. But when they see that you've been consistent at something for a longer period of time, for example, like 30 days, that's when YouTube starts seeing that, hey, this person is actually serious here on their channel. Right, if you only have 2 videos on your YouTube channel, YouTube's going to say like, well, should we really bother sending this person any views, right? Because they don't seem to be very serious. But when you have 30 videos on your channel, right, that's more than most people. Because a lot of people, when they jump on YouTube, they might create 1 video, maybe 2 videos, right? And then they disappear. But when they see that you've been consistently putting up content, YouTube is going to start liking you and they're going to start sending you some viewers, right? Same thing with Google, with your blog, right? They're going to start sending you some visitors, right? And the reason for that is because they start to see that you're more serious about your brand, you're serious serious about creating content. And really the goal of YouTube, right, is to try to get people to stay on their platform. And if you're creating content that people actually enjoy and like, that's what's happening, right? Especially in the more videos you have, the better your chances are of people actually sticking around and actually liking what you have to offer. All right, guys, so that's why it's so important for you to be creating this content early on. Now, once you've actually started creating this content, guys, then the next thing we want to do is once you've gotten a bit of an audience. So I'm just going to say here, so this is your audience. Okay, this is a bunch of people who now like you. Okay, so this is all the people who like you, they follow you, they like your content, they think you're really cool, right? What's going to happen is that, let's say in an industry like the Make Money Online niche, since that's what I'm familiar with, right? What's going to happen is that people are going to start, regarding you as a leader, right? They think, they see you as somebody with a bit of an authority, right? And they respect your opinion, and they want to either work with you or they want to do something similar to you because they regard you as successful, someone who knows what they're talking about. So at this point, what you want to do, guys, is you want to drive some of these people, right, to maybe come in and work alongside you, or to take you up on a specific offer or something of value that you want to give them. Okay, so these people are basically going to get funneled in to something maybe like a lead magnet. Okay, so I'm going to say this is a lead magnet. So what is a lead magnet? A lead magnet, guys, usually is something that you want to offer people that will help them. Okay, so you're continuously to add value. So lead magnet is always something of value. I'm just going to write that over here. Okay, and you're basically just leading people to get it because you're identifying people who are more serious about maybe wanting to do business with you, or maybe buying a product from you later on in the future. So your lead magnet, guys, could be something, for example, in the Make Money Online niche, could be something like, for example, a mini course, like a training course. Okay, so I'm going to say like a mini course where you teach people about a specific type of thing. For example, like how to generate traffic, or how to get 100 leads in 30 days, or whatever you want to kind of do. Okay, but basically you can be something like a mini course. It could be like a checklist of some sort. It could be whatever, right? It has to be. This obviously is going to be different depending on what your niche is. But for me, in this example, right, we're talking about Make Money Online. So in this case, I'd say something maybe like a mini course teaching people, how to generate traffic, for example. Okay, so once we've actually gotten a squeeze page, what's going to happen is that we're going to start building up an email list. Okay, so that's the next kind of thing, because what we're doing is we're giving people all this free stuff, basically, so they can go ahead and join our mailing list. Okay, so I'm going to just draw this new box over here. And basically, what we're going to have an email list. Okay, so this is going to be a little envelope. Okay, so we're going to basically start creating an email list. Okay, that's what we're basically doing over here. And the reason why we want to do this, guys, is because inside of YouTube or our blog or anything that we have going on over here, right, really what's happening is that we're waiting for people to come to us, right? We're creating the content, we're sharing the stuff with them, but we're honestly waiting for people to come to us. Once we have people on an email list, right, we can go to them, right, and we can advertise or communicate with them as much as we want to. So I'm going to say advertise/communicate. Whoa, advertise /communicate, right, with our audience whenever we want to, because we can send out an email anytime we want to. So building up an audience is really, really key, because this is something that you can leverage. Okay, that's what's really, really important for you guys to understand about this part. Okay, and once you've actually built up your email list, what's usually going to happen is that by them taking you up on your lead magnet, right, what's going to happen is they're interested in what you have to offer, and at this point, that they they enjoy your content, and that they see you basically as a leader. So what we can do is, once you have them on your email list, what I would do is I would send them through a follow-up sequence. Okay, so I'm going to say this is a follow-up sequence. Once you have them set up on a follow-up sequence, guys, this follow-up sequence could be a mixture. What I would do is I make it a mixture of education as well as pitching a product. Okay, like a product or service. This is where the affiliate marketing part comes in. Okay, because at this point now you've got people who are really, really interested in what you have to say. Okay, they obviously respect you, and they're following you enough that they bought your product, not buy your product, but downloaded your freebie. And usually this freebie, guys, just as a kind of a side note, this freebie that's here. Sorry, I'm gonna actually change the color on this because I want to really make this pop. Okay, guys, the main thing that I really want you to really focus on with this, guys, is that usually the freebie you're going to give away is something that almost helps you kind of sell them on a product that you want to sell them down the road. So for example, right, this mini course, right, could be, like I said, about generating traffic, right? So basically getting visitors to your website as an example, right? And so because your mini course is about traffic, right, maybe at the end of it, though, what you're going to have is maybe you have a business opportunity. Okay, so your product, okay, could be a business opportunity. So basically how you can actually build a business online. Okay, so I'm going to say business opportunity. And so now, right, what you basically did is that you're teaching people how to generate traffic, so how to get people to a website, right? And this follow-up sequence could be like, hey, now that you understand, how to basically get visitors to your website, let me show you, how you can actually use some of this traffic, or how did some of these visitors to now help you sell, a product, okay? Help you sell a product that will now let you make money online. This is an example, right? So basically what's happening here is that you're educating them, right? You're starting by educating them on a specific skill or something that they need, right? Or that they would want. And then you're basically telling them how they can use this, or maybe, how this business opportunity will help them take this particular skill to the next level, right? So it's almost like you're recommending something that's naturally leading them to something even bigger, right? You're leading them into the right direction, right? You're leading them to them wanting to do business with you, right? And so when you have all this stuff happening in this kind of sequence, guys, what's happening is that you're going to start making sales. It's just going to happen naturally, right? Because the first thing you're doing, right, is you're starting off by building up the blog and creating the content, getting people to actually want to follow along with you and following your journey, and them basically starting to see you as an authority. Then basically you take this authority that you've now built, right, and you basically give something of value that somebody would want, right, something that makes sense to what you're selling down the road. You take them through this sequence, right, which is basically a email list or a follow-up sequence that helps them kind of see the value that you basically bring, or what your product can help them do to get them to the end result, right? And then boom, you sell the product, right? So this is for the make money online niche, but this example could be the exact same thing. Doesn't matter what you're selling, guys. Okay, you can be selling a physical product if you really wanted to. So for example, let's say over here, right, on the blog could be about face cream for all I care, right? So it could be you talking about face cream, different face creams that exist out on the market, and which one you think maybe is the best, and doing different things like that. Then your lead magnet here could be talking about, hey, you know what? Maybe even get a free sample of this particular product, right? Just giving you guys a random example, or maybe a little quick ebook of your top 10 moisturizing tips or something like that, right? And so basically what's happening there is you're educating people on how to utilize your product. The follow-up sequence here is like, hey, you know what? These are the results that I got when I used this specific moisturizer for the first 30 days, and check out my before and after pictures, right? And then at the end of it, it's like, hey, you know what? If you want to get similar results as I did, why don't you come over here and buy this product? And then you can go ahead and get the similar results as I did, right? So as you can see, the sequence is exactly the same. It's just a different product, right? But the sequence of this whole process is exactly the same, right? And so it starts by creating the content, building up that audience, and then basically sending them through a process where they're going to inevitably buy a product, okay? So this whole thing, guys, this whole thing that I'm talking to you guys about here is what people talk about a sales funnel. Oops. When people say sales funnel, that's what they're talking about, right? This is exactly what the process is. So if you're not familiar with a sales funnel, now you are, because this is exactly what I just taught you right now. This whole process is a sales funnel. So once you actually have this sales process and all this whole thing really dialed in, guys, this sales funnel will literally make you money almost on autopilot. Okay, you're gonna have to tweak it, you're gonna have to test it, and it's gonna take a little while for you to get it perfected, right? But once you actually have this whole thing really dialed in and really working, that's when you're gonna be able to really make a lot of money online, because once you have one funnel dialed in, you can make the exact same sort of funnel, exact same sort of process again and again and again. So then you're going to have 2, 3, 4, 10, 20 different funnels that are going to be helping you leverage and make money with different products or different services, or just different methods of how you're attracting people into your funnel. All right, guys. So hopefully this whole thing makes sense. Hopefully you're starting to see just the power and the potential you have to be able to make money online. You just need to be able to understand how to do it. All right. So if you found value in this video, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be teaching you guys way more, topics of how you can actually make money online. Hey, and by the way, if you are interested in finding out a little bit more about how you can use affiliate marketing in this kind of model, right, to go ahead and scale and make a lot more money, you can go ahead and check out the link on my website. It's called netplaymarketing.com/YouTube. Right, you can go ahead and check that out, guys, and you'll find a ton of content on there, training about how you can actually use affiliate marketing to scale up your business to to the 5-figure a month mark in the next 90 days or so. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys, and I will catch you guys on the next one.